Regarding the shooting this week at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, we now hear from the Golden State Warriors basketball team coach Steve Kerr, who speaks on Tuesday after that 19 children and 2 teachers were killed in a mass shooting in an elementary school in which he says we can't get numb to this. So before a pre-game news conference for Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals against the Dallas Mavericks, he said any basketball questions don't matter, and instead address politicians in a plea for gun control. When are we going to do something? I'm tired. I'm so tired of getting up here and offering condolences to devastated families out there. I'm sorry. I'm tired of the moments of silence. Enough. So Steve Kerr has a history of speaking out against gun violence, which he referred to the H.R. 8, the Bipartisan Background Checks Act of 2021, a bill that would tighten background checks for private firearm transfers. Though the bill has the U.S. House of Representatives last year, but got stalled in the Senate with conservative lawmakers whose votes are required to overcome a filibuster, and Democrat West Virginia Senator Joe Machin was against that. Which he says there's a reason why they won't vote on it, to hold on to power. So I ask you, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, I ask of all you senators who refuse to do anything about the violence and school shootings and supermarket shootings, I ask you, are you going to put your own desire for power ahead of the lives of our children and our elderly and our churchgoers? Because that's what it looks like. It's what we do every week. And one reason why he also speaks out against gun violence is Steve Kerr's father was shot dead in a reported terror attack in Beirut in 1984. So he's been spending much of his professional career to echo calls for gun law reform. Adding on, I'm fed up. I've had enough. We're going to play the game tonight, but I want every person here, every person listening to this, think about your own child or grandchild or mother, father, sister, brother. How would you feel if this happened to you today? And a shooting that just happened this week after a week of a white supremacist was accused of killing 10 black shoppers at a supermarket in Buffalo, New York, and 10 days after a gunman opened fire at a church in Laguna Woods, California, killing one, and which that one in which apparently that was like some Asian American who looking at his last name is Chinese American. He opened fire at a church, a Taiwanese Presbyterian church. So he killed one person, injured 6. And apparently he's being held right now for like a $1 million bail, which hopefully that guy David Wenwei Chu, he stayed locked up. The Asian community that says that. And this just shows how much of gun control is needed. I mean, when it's like shooting, there's U.S. shooting in the streets at churches, at supermarkets, and especially regarding school shootings. It seems like the USA has never learned their lesson, especially after the Columbine High School that incident in 1999. And also the fact that why some people like Eminem and Kalani decided to write a song called Nowhere Fast, extended version, which Eminem raps in verse 1. They care about their guns more than our children. So see the problem right here? They would rather have power, support the NRA, and then over that, instead of actually care about their own kids. Which these kids, they're going to be the next generation to make decisions. And if the USA does not make the right decision, now USA is screwed for life if something does not happen about this. I mean, Barack Obama tried to do something about it, but then in 2016, Donald Trump became president, and of course he got backed by that NRA. Nothing improved. The Marjorie Stoneman Douglas and Sandy Hook school shootings happened. Joe Biden became president. And then, although nothing really changed, and then now, just this week, that happened. Robb Elementary school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. So, we're being told over 2,000 school shootings in the USA ever since Columbine. Why hasn't USA done something about it? And the Robb Elementary school one has been reported second worst right after Columbine. So yeah, if it's going to be labeled that, why don't the U.S. government do something about it? Stop supporting that NRA. And this is why USA needs sort of multiple parties and stop having Republican or conservative, because that is not solving any problems at all. And if these politicians, what if you were making these supporting the NRA, yet your son or daughter, or maybe your nephew or niece, was one of the victims and died in a school shooting? Would you change your mind and go for gun control and do something about this? They probably will, they probably won't. Hopefully something's done about this.